all your photo, video, and voiceover needs, check out the fine folks at Blueberry Productions. They will take good care of you. If you don't believe me, you can see for yourself. Check out their work at blueberryproductions.tv, the Facebook page, Blueberry Productions, also a Vimeo page, a YouTube page, and it's Blueberry, BLUBERRY, Prod on Twitter. Check them out today. Blueberry Productions, great people, great work, great service.
Hey there, your yard took a real beating this summer. Luckily, Scott's Turf Builder Winter Guard has your back. Just feed your grass with Scott's again this fall when the air is cool and the soil is warm. It's the perfect time to give your lawn a boost. If you do, Winter Guard will give your yard the nourishment it needs to help weak, thin grass recover and support root growth, giving you a greener, more resilient lawn both now and next spring. Guaranteed. Grab a bag of Scott's Turf Builder Winter Guard today. You'll be back to barbecuing in no time. This is a Scott's Yard.
Hey parents, we all try to be extra careful with our children in the car, but then we get an important call or text. Remember, our children are watching. Make every drive a good example. Be in the zone. Turn off your phone. Visit childrenshospital.vanderbilt.org/BITZ to learn more about our teen driver safety program. Brought to you by Monroe Carroll Jr. Children's Hospital at Vanderbilt, the Ford Motor Company Fund, and the Allstate Foundation.
Hello, my name is Travis Williams, President and CEO of Academics and Athletic Consulting, focusing on educating and empowering tomorrow's collegiate athletic leaders. My passion is for the education and genuine concern and care for today's student athlete. It's the centerpiece of my life's work. A college education, both in and out of the classroom, is a truly rewarding benefit. For more information on AAC, you can go to www.academicsandathleticsconsulting.com. Once again, www.academicsandathleticsconsulting.com. Or you can follow me on Facebook at Academics and Athletic Consulting, or Twitter at Coach TWill24, or Instagram Travis L. Williams 24. Or you can call me at 404-542-6079. Once again, AAC is very proud to partner with J.R. McHenry of the Bossman Radio Show, covering sports and entertainment across the country. Please tune in weekly for informative, entertaining, and expert analysis on today's sports and entertainment topics. Thank you.
Bossman Show, staying in the MEAC Conference with Robert Jones, coach of the Norfolk State Spartans, 3-0 conference play so far. Coach, how you doing, man?
I'm doing well, and yourself?
Hey, Coach, I'm doing good. Can't complain, man. Can't complain one bit, Coach. Like I said in the open here, you're 3-0 in conference play, man. The non-con's not over, so how you feel being back in the MAC, when I'm in the MEAC, rather, and seeing your guys compete well, get off 3-0 start, I guess make you really, really happy so far.
Yeah, so far, so good. We have a lot of new guys, so these guys are finally gelling a little bit, and we're playing some better basketball. We lost a couple close games in the non-conference, which would change our record a little bit, but I think we just didn't have the maturity to win those games because of everybody being so new.
Yes, indeed. Now, Coach, having all these new guys and these new pieces to kind of play with on the chessboard here. So, did you use the non-con maybe to kind of adjust to your roster, see who can play what role, what guys fit best together, kind of do some experimenting, knowing that what really matters is the MEAC, not so much the non-con, but you want to win those games, of course. But the real thing is really within the MEAC, especially within Norfolk as well, those 2 days in March there.
Yeah, the non-conference, schedule we had was tough. We always play a tough non-conference schedule. Due to our recent success, we just can't get, cupcakes anymore, really. So we have to play, the best of the best. And I think that it built some character and let a lot of these new guys understand what Division I basketball is about and how hard you have to actually play to win a basketball game, because you're not the only team trying to win. So, we get into conference play, competition is still stiff. Sometimes it's a little different, but it's still, still dogs trying to go after that one bone. So, we try to just, play and execute and play the hardest that we can for 40 minutes and hopefully win some more basketball games.
Yeah, Coach, like you said, having all those new guys. Last year you guys won 22 games last year. So did you go to a period trying to get these guys realize that that was last year's team, that some of you guys wasn't on that team last year, so you can't have that same kind of swagger about yourself because you weren't on that team? You have to 0-0 this year. You have to put in the work to be good this season, not worry about what we did prior to you getting here.
Yeah, like I tell the guys all the time, we're not defending, we're not defending anything. We're not the defending regular season champs because no one was there that really played last year. All those guys are gone or graduated or, other things happen. But with these guys, they're trying to make their own legacy, and I think that, all those guys we recruited was kind of sold on the 22-win season, the Alabama win, and the, big upset in NIT history and things like that. But now they have to realize that they have to create their own legacy, and I think they're willing to do that. They're working hard every day, and they do want to create their own dynasty. So hopefully they'll keep doing it, and we'll keep getting better as the game goes on.
And I have so many new guys. I'm pretty sure, Coach, you're having to teach more than you probably did with last year's team, which is probably exciting for you too as a coach, getting to teach these young men your system, your style, your culture, and developing them and what you want them to do on and off the court as well.
Yeah, it's been definitely a lot more coaching this year, a lot more teaching. Some terms you throw around loosely in the previous years when there's continuity of guys. You can't throw around those terms as loosely anymore. You have to explain every term. Now, hopefully next year I can throw those terms around loosely because, in theory, a lot of guys should come back. We only have one senior on the roster right now, so it's just been a rough time with the teaching so far this year. But I mean, like I said, they're coming along. They're understanding now, and also winning helps because just like losing is contagious, winning is contagious. So, these guys see kind of like the fruits of their labor that they've been putting in all year since the summer. Starting to come to fruition a little bit by being 3-0 and hopefully could go 4-0 this weekend and continue from there.
Yes, indeed. Now, Coach Don, you're doing a little bit more film sessions as well, because I know seeing themselves on film where they can't run from it because the eye in the sky doesn't lie, you can kind of point out, hey, well, you missed an assignment here on defense, or you didn't screen right here properly, or you missed a play here. So getting them in the film and really hold them accountable has to be a big part of it probably now with so many new guys on the roster, so everybody can see it at the same time, maybe pick up on it together and might help make some same mistakes come a big game in February or March for you guys.
Yeah, we've definitely done more film this year than we probably had in the past. So I think that is a reason because, you try to teach them on the court, you talk to them verbally, you try to show them on the court with demonstration, and then now, there's more visual stuff with film. So we try to teach them those three ways to make the progress come along quicker. And I think some of those guys didn't realize that maybe you're not playing as hard as you think you're playing, or you're not in a defensive stance, or you didn't box out, or things like that. And when you do watch it on film, it makes you more conscious to do those things when you step back on the court.
Coach, we've had nutritionists on the show talking about nutrition and how nutrition helps you prevent injuries. So I want to kind of take it to your area of expertise with the strength coach you guys have, and the importance of a strength coach keeping the guys not only preventing injuries and keeping them in shape, but also get them to eat right so they won't get injured and make them last from November to March, because the season is 5 months long. They have to last until March, playing 30 some odd games. So how important is your strength coach to your program and keeping your guys in shape and also healthy, preventing them from having injuries as well, and eating right?
Yeah, strength coach is very important. I mean, a good strength coach, I think we have a pretty solid one with EJ. We have EJ Newman. I think he's a pretty good coach. And just keeping these guys, like you said, their strength up, because, a lot of times you gain all the strength really during the summer. And then throughout the year, you try to maintain it with different, workouts per week and things like that. So, he tries to maintain their strength. And then, of course, there are some guys that we want to, eat a little less, and there's some guys that we want to eat a little more. So we have to monitor those things, too, to really get a max effort out of those guys. But sometimes eating on the road is tough. We play all across the country, so sometimes you have to eat late, which is not always the best thing. But if we do eat late, we try to make sure it's something that's, not McDonald's, something healthy to eat late if we do have to eat late. So all those things come into play over those 5 months of the season to try to make a good run at it in March.
Now, Coach, like you said, with you guys' recent success of being good, man, you got all these new players. So I'm pretty sure on the recruiting trail is really helping you guys a lot right now, Coach. And you don't have to really do as much selling and marketing as you would in the past because of the success you've had over the past few years in Norfolk State. So how's the recruiting trail treating you? And do you feel like you're getting more in more homes now because of the success you guys have had recently here?
I think that, it kind of all started back in 2012 when we beat Missouri, which was a big win for the program and for NCAA basketball history. And that helped open the doors even more with, and then of course with Kylo Quinn getting drafted, that helped as well because now you don't have to, before when you went to somebody's living room, you had to say Norfolk State, 15 minutes from Virginia Beach, Southern Virginia, things like that. Now you don't have to sell every little piece of what Norfolk State is. Like people now know who Norfolk State is. Now you guys just kind of just go in there and just sell yourself on why they should come to the school instead of going somewhere else. But before you have to talk about location and everything else. So you don't have to do that anymore.
Oh yeah, no doubt. And like you said, and I feel like for getting HBCU experience as well. There's another key point for me for having any young man that wants to come up to Norfolk State. You're gonna get HBCU experience and play for a coach like yourself, and get a good education as well, for sure.
Yeah, definitely. A lot of people, a lot of folks look for HBCU experience. Some don't, and some we have to convince that HBCU experience is a good experience for them. So usually, most time when kids come, they have a great time socially, athletically. Hopefully we continue to win games so they can have a good time that way, and then get their degree, of course, which is the biggest thing.
And like you kind of mentioned a little here earlier, Coach, but I know you got really happy with how your team might not got the wins you want in the non-con, but you guys competed very good against those high majors and those kind of high-quality mid-major teams as well, and acquitted yourself pretty well. You could have won a game or two, some games here or there, like you said. So, I think that has to give your team confidence that they're getting better because they compete against such great competition, knowing what you're up against for us, having to play the guarantee games and be on the road so much, travel, like you said, late-night bus trips, may not have a plane sometimes. So I feel under this circumstances, I know it's not what you wanted to have 4 wins of non-con, but like we said kind of early, it's kind of good for them to get ahead of adversity now rather than later.
Yeah, we had games when we played Ole Miss. It was a 5-point game with like 6 minutes left. And, we were right in that game. We played Bradley tough. We played Northwestern pretty tough. There's a couple games that we should have won with Niagara and Drexel. We lost by 4 points to those guys. We should have won both of those games. We beat a good Bowling Green team. They're one of the best mid-majors in the country. So, I think it gave those guys confidence. I think it gave us confidence as coaches, too, because you don't really know what you're going to have with so many new guys. We lost 80% of our scoring. So we could easily, be a team in rebuild mode and not be very good this year. But the coaches and the players, made it their business to not be in real rebuild mode, just kind of, hopefully reload mode and just continue the coaching that's been established here over the years. And, so far in the MEAC play, we're doing that.
And, Coach, you got Eastern Shore coming up here on Saturday, the 18th there. What's it for those guys on the film as you all prepare to play those guys on Saturday?
Eastern Shore is a team that has had a very rough non-conference schedule, a tough non-conference schedule. And, they're a new team, new coach and everything like that. So they're adjusting with a new system, and the coach adjusts to his players. And they're a team that can look really good in spurts, and they're a team that can look, just okay in spurts. So it's going to be our job to be able to make them, not look as good in spurts through a good game plan going into that game, because they're going to be fired up. Because of that 22 wins last year in the regular season title, 14-2, we could have been 16-0. We lost one game at the buzzer, and we lost another game where we had a couple guys suspended for an in-season incident. So, we could have won 16-0 last year, and I think a lot of those teams remember, a lot of those players remember that, they haven't beat us, and they're trying to, we have a bullseye on our back, basically. They're trying to beat us. So, we got to understand that Eastern Shore is going to be one of those teams that's trying to beat us as well, and we got to come prepared for them.
And, Coach, I feel like people don't understand this. Like I said, when people look at the records of the MEAC, overall, Mike, I tell about time like you don't understand what these guys go through with non-con. That record don't mean nothing, Because don't get fooled by the record you see right now, because those guys really be good, but you don't know who they played. They had to go play to raise money for their school. So talk about that, Coach. How a lot of times people overlook you guys because they see the record, because they got all the teams in the conference are bad, not understanding really what you guys go through at the low D1 level, was having the travel and how you get games, especially you all being good as you are, can't get anybody how want to play you guys and have to travel like crazy as well.
Yeah, I mean, we can't really get any Virginia games because none of the Virginia teams want to play it. It's like, if they lose to us today, they feel like they lose like a recruiting stronghold on different things. And, a lot of these teams in Virginia can easily lose to us, and things like that. So that we don't get a lot of Virginia games. So we have to play all across the country because we got to play somebody. And, with us, even last year, we were only 5-10 in non-conference, but we finished with 22 wins and beat Alabama, So, it just showed the kind of team that we really had, and that, the non-conference season was just a rough part of the year. I mean, even right now, we're climbing back towards the overall 500, which I think we'll do, shortly. But it's like that, we could have, like I said, we could have easily won 3 or 4 more games non-conference, which now changes our record currently and also gives us some signature wins non-conference. But I think the team that we do have, and other teams in the league too, are pretty talented teams. They just, went through a rough non-conference schedule.
Yes, indeed. With Coach Jones, I definitely thank you for coming on the show again as always. Hope to talk to you, get down the road, and hope to see the Final Four as well, Coach.
All right, man. Talk to you soon.
All right, that's Robert Jones in the Bossman Show.
Hip-hop fans, I got a great album for you. The debut album from Family Grind ENT, True Speech and 313 Fresh. We're going to give you 2 discs, 33 songs of pure, genuine hip-hop. Album is available on iTunes, Amazon, Google Play, illstreetrex.com, and streaming live right now on Rhapsody, Beats Music, Spotify, Xbox Music, Slacker Radio, and SoundCloud. Check them out today. True Speech and 313 Fresh. Family Grind ENT. Believe in it. Get it.
A gorgeous tan from Suntan City gives you an inner glow that relights the fire when you run into your first crush.
Vicky, who was that?
An old boyfriend.
Lucky you just tanned at Suntan City.
Lucky he's single. We're doing lunch tomorrow.
Won't be single for long then.
During Tour of the City, try all 5 tans, including spray tan, for just $4.99. Restrictions may apply. Click to buy now.
Suntan City, let yourself shine.
When you're a teen, you finally get to make some of your own decisions. Who are you going to hang out with? What do you want to be? Are you going to glance at that text while driving? Remember, a split second is all it takes for something tragic to happen. Be in the zone. Turn off your phone. Visit childrenshospital.vanderbilt.org/BITZ to learn more about our teen driver safety program. Brought to you by Monroe Carroll Jr. Children's Hospital at Vanderbilt, the Ford Motor Company Fund, and the Allstate Foundation.
It's maybe the night that my dreams might let me know. All the stars are closer. All the stars are closer.
Tell me what you gonna do to me. Confrontation ain't nothing new to me. You could bring a bullet, bring a sword, bring a morgue, but you can't bring the truth to me.
Alexa, play Kendrick Lamar and SZA.
Okay. Maybe the night that my dreams might let me know. All the stars are closer.
With Amazon Music, a voice is all you need. Get tens of millions of songs. Download the Amazon Music app today.
Yeah, it's your man JC, the host with the most, baby, and it goes down each and every Saturday night right here in the city of Memphis. That's right, y'all. It goes down at Clicks Sports Bar Memphis, baby. 3705 Malco Way, Memphis, Tennessee, 38125. Come out and join us, the Three Kings, each and every Saturday night for the livest karaoke in the city. Everybody gets in free till 10 p.m. Only $5 after. Great food. We got drink specials. We got all kind of games, man. We got the pool tables popping. Whatever you want, we got you, man. Come on out. Have a good time with us each and every Saturday night. That's Clicks Sports Bar, Memphis.